Hello to our proud viewers and welcome to yet another off-season update episode with UWL football head coach Matt Janus. Matt, how are you doing this morning?
Doing good, Daniel. How about you?
Great, and thank you, of course, for taking the time. Another month closer to the season. Now that you guys have the spring ball practices underway, how's the team looking?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy how fast the month of March went by, and then you blink and you're like, oh my gosh, it's April already. And now as we sit and as we're filming this today, we are 6 practices in already, so it's kind of crazy, and we really kind of took this thing back into full swing here with our guys. Obviously, about 3 days a week practice, 3 days a week lifting right now. But no, I think with our group, we got a long way to go. I mean, that's just where it is. But the great part is that I got a group that wants that challenge, and that group that accepts that and is going to keep pushing themselves. I think we have a very hungry group. I think there's obviously some openings with positions, but just overall in general, a group that was very unsatisfied with the way last year went and wants to make the correction so that we can get this thing back on track. And so I think this is a group that has phenomenal leadership, not just from our current 3 captains right now, but from our seniors. And we kind of divided a huddle group leaders that they've been doing a great job of setting the tone really all off season for this group. So really excited. I think the whole thing really with our spring ball has been surrounded with 2 things. And really we want to enforce the behaviors and create the identity of what we want our 2025 football team to be about. And then it's about the culture of our football program. Like I tell our coaches, like I tell our players, like our X's and O's, like the schemes and what we're running, like that's good enough. Like that's good enough to win a national title. Like I'm not worried about that portion of it, but it's more of the development of the identity of our football team. And we said we want in 2025, we want a physical, tough football team, and like that's what the whole offseason has been centered around, and creating that type of identity. And it's not just a word though. Like if you want to be physical and you want to be tough, like you have to practice. You have to practice those things. And so that's what we're trying to do in spring, right? And so it starts, how are you physical? How are you tough? Well, it starts with our schemes, right? Like we have to create schemes that have that. And so on the offense side of the ball, like the first play that we install is duo, because that's a physically tough running scheme, right? It's downhill blocking, it's double teams, it's combos up to the second level, it's aggressive running by our running back. So we put that in. We play on defense, we play quarters. Well, why do we play quarters? So we can stop the freaking run. Like that's why, so it starts with our schemes, and then it carries over to everything else, right? And so as we looked at putting together our off season, as we look put together our spring practices, it's about creating physicality within our football team and practicing that, whether it's drills, whether it's we do a ton of physical competitions and trying to put guys one-on-one with guys. We do conditioning, like that's what we've been trying to create really these last 6 spring practices, and we'll continue really throughout the rest of it.
So for those who don't know, there's an open practice to Saturday at 11. For those that are planning on coming out to that, what can they expect to see?
Yeah, it's just business as usual for us. I mean, you're gonna see the way we practice. Obviously, it's it's an event that our parents really put on, and so all of our practices are always open to the community, and I think our schedule's online, and so you can come down and see really anytime we're practicing, and they can come down and see. And but for us, I mean, it's business as usual this whole week, and we're going to continue to create and structure practice so that there's toughness built in, that there's physical periods, that there's mental toughness through conditioning. Like that's what we're structuring right now.
And you've talked about how close this team is pretty much this whole offseason already. How is that translating to the field, and how are you liking that?
I think they want to work. I think that's what this group is. I think they want to be pushed. I mean, that's what I want, and that's what they want. I mean, their closeness, their togetherness, and we've really structured our spring practices to be like fall camp now. They are long, grueling days in which we filter in, some activity like they've done. They've done some dodgeball together. They had an old dodgeball tournament, and they did what else they do? We did a talent show, which essentially turned into karaoke. It really wasn't a talent show. We had like a Rubik's Cube. Cooper, one of our kickers, could put together a Rubik's Cube, I think in under 1:50. And then we had, what else we had? Like one of our safeties did an impersonation of me in a Barack Obama voice, and he was like spot on with that. And then we had an impersonation of Coach Z. And then the rest of it just kind of turned into karaoke with our talent show. I don't know if they had any secret talents. They just wanted, we had guys, we had Kanye West getting rapped out. We had some guys, Coach Collicott did a whole rendition of Baby got back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. So we've been doing, like, obviously some stuff on top of not just meetings, not just going through that whole thing, but trying to structure it more like, hey, this is a big deal that we're in spring ball, and it's not just a, hey, we got to practice in the morning and that's it. It's like, this is your schedule. This is your day. This is how we're going to go through it throughout the week.
What are you proudest of, not just seeing the guys on the field for a few practices that you didn't see or you couldn't see in the weight room?
Yeah, and obviously I'm not allowed to go in the weight room for whatever NCAA rule at the Division III level. That makes no sense. But I think from my standpoint and now being around the guys is we've addressed certain things that I wanted fixed from last year. I thought, and again, it's not like it's the kids from last year's fault. It's ultimately it's my failings, that the stuff that I failed to address as the head coach or stuff that I let go as the head coach, and then it kind of spiraled. So there's like some certain things that I needed to address, and I think what I've appreciated, and I even appreciated it remember we talked about hitting reset on our program last year. What I've appreciated so much with our group, and even last year's group to now this year's group, is the kids respond. Like they respond to that though. Okay, yes, coach, we're with you on that. We want to work more at that. We want to change. We want to do these drills to get to, like, we want to do that stuff. And so I think that's really what I'm most proud of with this group so far.
And the team picked up quite a few transfers in the offseason. Something you don't usually hear about at the D3 level, but what have those transfers done that are really getting you excited?
Yeah, I think lacrosse and the reputation that we have as a university and as a city across the state of Wisconsin, it makes us a high transfer destination. It just is. It always has been. I mean, you can go back to the 90s. It's been a high transfer destination. Guys, for whatever reason, when they pick schools out of high school, maybe we're just thinking about the level of school. Hey, it's Division II, Division I. They were really thinking about what they wanted at college. And they figure out, okay, this is what I want. So we are a high transfer destination. I think, with that, I think the transfer portal, like that word out there, is like taboo in society. Like, oh my gosh, at the transfer, oh my God. Like, we're using transfers to supplement our roster, if that makes sense. We're not using transfers to like replace our roster. We're not doing that kind of stuff. So what's nice is that kind of each recruiting cycle. So hopefully we bring in another 10 here at the end of spring. But that cycle then comes in, and we get guys that are more developed, ready to go, ready to compete for positions, as opposed to maybe another player who might take some time and to develop and grow. And so it's able for us to add depth at certain positions that we need. And we're going to get to the end of spring ball, and we're going to evaluate, and we're going to say, hey, you know what? We need to go get a transfer at this position, or we need to go get a transfer at this position to add more depth. Maybe not to come in and start, and I would never promise a transfer starting spot, but we need you to come in and add it and maybe compete in fall camp or some stuff. So we've had a really great run of transfers. I mean, Mason Colling out of Winona State has transferred here. It's actually girlfriend plays basketball here, so it's kind of a cool story, and I know she had a huge impact on their season. But he's been a huge spot in at the tight end position, kind of coming in. We brought in really two fantastic defensive backs from Mankato State, and Salvatore and Ja'Cory Bates, and they've been really stepping up on the back end. I think they're going to change some things that we do on that end, and so we're really excited. Again, there's more with that, but we're really excited about the group that we have coming in. And again, at the wide receiver position, we brought in some transfers that are already, David Emmerich and Jack Rilling. Jack was at LSU, then at Colorado, and now he was at Marist. Now he's here, and it's just been cool to see him just mold into our culture. And I think he's found home now, and I think that's really exciting for him, and to see him start to step up throughout spring ball. David Emmerich from Duluth, from a Wanakee kid. We recruited heavily out of high school, came here now. He moves differently, moves really differently. So it's been nice to see. And in our huddle group leaders, our captains, our team is great with welcoming those guys on. Like I tell our transfers, listen, our team's great. Like, they don't care where you were. They care that you're here, and they care that you're going to help us win. And so it's been cool. And like, they've got a chance, obviously, this offseason to morph into that culture as well.
So now the schedule's officially better, Lacey. You guys head out to Carnegie Mellon the season. How are you feeling about the season as it stands right now?
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, we haven't even. We shared film. They're freaking good. They are a good football team, no doubt. A top 15 football program that can win a national title. They are that good. They some of those teams out east are really good, and it's cool. It's cool to have the kind of the regional crossovers now with everything. Obviously, as we look for scheduling with that, but it'll start there, and then we'll play Wayne State at home, and we played Wayne State in 22, I think it was, in Detroit. So we got a 2-year deal with them, so they'll come here this year, and then we'll go to Detroit the following year. But I mean, geez, I know how good they're going to be. I mean, we've seen their size, their physicality, and that comes with playing up a division, and then you get into the WIAC, and I mean, our league is just going to get bigger, better and better and better and better and better. I mean, it used to be, for maybe 5-6 years ago, even 3 years ago, maybe it was a 2-team league. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was a 3-team league for a little bit. It's like a 6-team league right now. And I think there's some schools at the bottom that are really getting better and been putting together some nice things here. So, man, it just doesn't get easier as the week goes on. So it's set. We're still looking, still hoping maybe we can find one more here as we get rolling. If not, like I said, like I told our team's on board. They know the plan that if we can't, we'll play 9, and we'll be just ready for WIAC play, which is, again, the part of the season that matters. It's those 7 games in October, November.
So draft, of course, in Green Bay in a couple weeks. I feel like we kind of have to talk about Jackson.
Yeah.
With this being the last show before the draft, what have you heard about him?
Yeah, doing good. He's still in Minnesota, Minneapolis, training. So he was up at the Gophers Pro Day. So he got a chance to do that, perform in front of a lot of people there. Did really good, really good. As we thought, the explosion, the vertical, that was great. With that, bench press was really good. They got a chance to throw. So he got the chance to run the routes. He did the shot. Some of that stuff really, really helped him, and obviously got his name out there. And really, when you look at his position, you hope it's an undrafted free agent. I mean, obviously if the draft, if they call his name on the last day, that'd be really, really cool. But certainly hope he's an undrafted free agent and gets a chance to continue to grow his career. I know he's working his tail off. I know he's without a doubt good enough. That's why people are looking at him. So it's pretty exciting to follow along. And we text about every week or so and just kind of touch base here. And I think he kind of breathed a sigh of relief now that all the testing is done. That's a lot. That's a lot of training. That's a lot of. It's not football specific training at times, right? It's training for how to run a 40. It's training to how to run the shuttle. It's training to do that stuff. And so I think he's now, okay, I got all that over. Now I can get myself ready to be in a camp here. And so it's exciting time. It's exciting for him, exciting for everybody involved. So,
Matt, of course, thank you for your time. As I've said, those looking for something to do on Saturday, open practice at UWL at 11 a.m. Great thing to do. Thank you for your time, and go Eagles.
You bet, Daniel. Go Eagles.